Hey there, welcome to the table. We're going to start the third video here. It came to my attention that the last video, which I had all kinds of camera problems. It took me 3 tries to get that video completed, and then even that video, the audio cut off on the final 8 minutes of the video. So please accept my apologies. I don't know what's going on. I use the same software I always use, and it's always been reliable, so I don't know what's going on. But with that said, the only thing that you missed was we were trying to get the antidote, as was stated in the video, in the portion where I was still able to be heard. And I forgot that in order to get the antidote, it's in this location, we had to move to here to get the antidote. So in doing so, moving here and then moving back, right, we had to roll the die, and we ended up triggering an event when we were moving back. And so I had prematurely already cured myself and got rid of the poison, and technically we're fine. It's just that I had to move there and back in order to get the antidote. So technically speaking, we're dealing with the event that was occurring when we were on our way back. Now, that event was an old man's getting the crap kicked out of him, and we chose option B, which is the bandits realize that you're ready to join the fight, and then we have to do a mission. So that actual mission is in the mission book, and it's an interesting mission, and I have it set up here. And I've already gathered my cards for each of the characters. Basically, we have 5 turns to have more enemies unconscious than players. So it's 4 characters. There's 8 enemies on the board. And so basically, we got to knock out 5 of them. And they each have 4 health because they're muscles with a club. You can see they're going to all do melee attacks. They all have some level of armor here, and they're going to be rolling 2 dice each. And so that's our situation. And yeah, I already grabbed some cards, and basically my card selection was oriented towards maximizing as much carnage as possible. I had a choice to start here or some combination of both. I put our soldier who has the melee weapon over there, figuring that he's going to get a lot of the action. But I also have these 2 here that are threatening all my range damage guys. That's it. So we're going to get ready, and we're going to go ahead and start that right now. So we get to go first. And let me just check real quick. The mission objective is to kill enough enemies to force the rest to retreat. If there are ever fewer enemies than conscious characters on the board, the remaining enemies flee, and the mission ends immediately. So characters start the mission. And so, like I said, there's 8 of them, so 4 of us, so we got to take out 5 of them. All right, so with that being said, I think I want to go with the shooters first. I did choose all of the healing with this guy, because he has those healing cards. Nobody has any damage at the moment, but I decided to take the cards anyways just to hold them in his hand. So that way, if we ever do need to heal somebody, he has them. But we could choose him first, see what happens. But I'm going to choose, actually, this one. She has the submachine gun, but remember she has that full auto capability. And so we're going to choose her, because these enemies are together, and I want her to full auto on both of these enemies and maybe take them both down. It's going to be hard to do. They have 4 health each. So, actually, maybe I need to reconsider that. There's no way she's going to take them both down, so maybe that's not worth trying to do. That's a good question. Should I full auto them or not? So full auto, if you remember the rules to that, it's allowed, of course, with this. I have unlimited ammo in this game, so it's not like I have to worry about ammo. But you can see here at a range of 1, which is the perfect range, I get to roll 4 dice, and I get a +1 to my to hit. So the full auto is going to give me a -1 to my 2 hits. So those two will cancel out. But I'll get to roll 4 dice, and those 4 dice go against each of the 2 people. Or I have to split it between them. That's actually a good question. If I get to roll 4 dice against each of them, that's a heck of a lot better than not. So let me grab the rule book real quick here. Full auto attacks, page 31. The index on the back is excellent. Okay. You may attack 2 enemies on the same targeted space by performing just 1 range attack action. However, you get a to hit of -1. So in the example, it says, which enables them to perform 1 range attack but hit 2 enemies. If successful, the to hit value of the card is 2. The range has no modifiers, but shooting full auto modifies it by -1. You roll 3 attack dice against each of the 2 enemies. And yeah, you actually get to roll dice against every enemy, so you get to hit both of them. So for sure, I want to do full auto. So which card do we play with that? So this is the Huntress, and we're going to go with, looks like I got a range attack 3 right here. So we're going to go range attack 3, full auto, and then I can do range attack 3 again, full auto, as the second action. So I don't believe I need to reload this weapon. Some weapons do require reloading. This isn't one of them. And I do have the ability to move 1 space along with the action, but I'm okay with staying right where I am. So we're going to go ahead and full auto both of these. Now that range attack 3 stays at 3, right? Because I get a +1 because of the weapon. And then I get a -1 because I'm going full auto. So I get to roll 4 dice. And those 4 dice are going to be against each person. And so this is going to be awesome. Let's see how well we do. 3 or less hits. So we're going to roll for this guy who's closest. And that's 1, 2, 3 hits against him. So this is a 2 hit. Hold on. They have armor. So they have an armor of 1. So let's roll for their armor. Okay, perfect. So 2 hits against this guy, and then 1 more for 3. So he has 4 total health. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and reload is an action. Let's look that up, because it just seems weird that I can just full auto the crap out of everybody. Some weapons require performing an action to prepare them for making a ranged area attack. They are marked with the reload icon. And right there, you can see the little reload icon. Let me put this down. It's this right here. So see that? That's the reload icon. And it would be on the weapon if you need to use it. So again, I'm going to grab the weapon, let you look at it. There is no reload icon. This is just saying that it's a ranged weapon, and that's saying you can go full auto. And you can see there's no reload icon on it. So we can just go full auto multiple times. So that brings to bear the question, which weapons do have reload? And so I'm going to pull that up right now. I'm looking in our box. So for example, this looks like one we're really going to want, a sniper rifle. Again, there's no reload on that one either. This one's a machine gun, and look, you can go full auto twice. But again, no reload on that one. You would think the machine gun would have something right here. The recoilless rifle. That one has a reload. So there's one, and it looks like, look, you get to roll 6 dice, and it has huge range. So you would have to do a reload action for the recoilless rifle. So we found an example where the reload is required. And this one is, like you can see there's a blast, a damage attack. This. So anyways, I'm not misinterpreting anything. That's what I was really hoping to figure out, is I don't want to misinterpret something. And so yeah, we just did 3 hits on the one guy, and now we're going to go hit the other guy. And so let's go ahead and roll for that. And that one is 2 hits, and then he blocks 1. So that one wasn't quite as productive. We only did 1 hit on the other guy. But I get to do it again. So there's nothing saying that I can't do it twice. So we're going to go ahead and do it again. And we're going to attack the first guy. And there it is. 1, 2, 3 hits. And he blocks 1. But 3 is enough to kill him. So that one's dead. And then we're going to go after the other guy. And there's 2 hits. And he blocks 1. So this other guy's a little more resilient. He has 2 damage on him. But not too bad. I'm quite happy with that outcome. So that was a submachine gun. Not a bad weapon at all. Okay, next up is we have our recon guy. He has a rifle. You can see here, he gets a +1 if it's 1 range away. So, and he can go full auto as well, which is interesting. The hunting rifle does not let the sniper do that. So we could change our mind there, but the thing is if I start going 1 range away, I can roll 4 dice and I get a +1. So I could do the exact same thing against these 2 guys right here, because this is considered range 1 away. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So let's figure out what action cards we want to do with this. You can see here I got my heal 2s, but we're going to, there's a range attack 3, range attack 3, right? We can do the same exact thing. We're going to do range attack 3, range attack 3. And again, it's 4 dice with a +1, -1 because of the full auto, and they get the 1 defense die. So we're going to now attack these 2 and try to do the same thing. So here's 1, 2, 3 hits with no block. So first guy takes 3 damage. And we're going to go after the second one. And that's 1, 2, 3 hits with 1 block. So he takes 2. And then the second action is going to be the same exact thing. And there's 1, 2, 3 hits with no block. So this guy is dead. And then this next one, 2 hits with 1 block. So again, same situation. That one has 3 damage. I guess this guy up here only has 2. So we have 1 guy left there. So I'm liking that rifle. That was a really good pickup. Okay, so next is we're going to do our sniper person with the hunting rifle. And the sniper person with the hunting rifle has a 2 ranged attack 3s. But in this case, that's all they have. So we're going to go ahead and attack the one right next to us. So, how many dice do they roll? They roll 3, I believe. Yep. So you can see here, they're going to roll 3 dice. There's a +0. Or I'm sorry, there's a -1 because they're only 1 space away. So I actually get a -1 to hit. That stinks. What I could do instead is maybe target these guys down here or those guys over there because those are 2 spaces away. And that's a better deal, right? 2 spaces away, I get 3 dice and I don't have to. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to just target one of these guys that's 2 spaces away. I'd rather maximize the damage. So let's do it. And there's only 1 hit here, and it got blocked. So that was really awful. Did I have any other cards to play with it? I do have this one, which lets me re-roll. I'll go ahead and play that as well. I should have, I was supposed to, I think, do that before I rolled, but anyways, it's still a miss. So nothing happened there. And I got to make sure I don't mix up the cards here. Okay, so we're going to do the same attack again on the same guy. And this time it's 2 hits, block 1. So only 1 damage to this guy. My sniper is pretty lackluster. That is not a very exciting sniper, if you ask me. All right, his turn's over. And it would have been even worse if I would have, had a -1 to my rolls. Okay, so now we got the our melee dude. So there's a lot of choices here. We could try to go up and take this on, but I think I'm going to go backwards and try to take on these two. So I have this card. It says move 2 spaces and attack with a 2. So I could try to attack one of this, but I'm going to go ahead and try to attack these 2 guys. I'm going to engage them. And so we do a melee attack 2. Well, our strength is 2, so we get 2 dice. And then the machete is 2 more. So that becomes a 4, and the machete gives a +1. So we're going to be able to attack with a 3 or better. And then their armor against melee is still a 1. So they do have a 1 armor that they're going to do. So we're going to do this attack here. And then I don't think I have... I do actually. I may re-roll 1 die. I'm going to save that. We're going to save that for the next action. So we're just going to do this one. And you can see here I got 2 hits with 1 block. So I would have attacked the same guy. So now that guy has 2 damage on him. And that's it for that action. But then for the next action, and that's when I'm going to use this, which lets me re-roll 1 die. Okay. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm doing this one here, which is melee attack 2, but I can't target the same enemy. I get to attack both enemies. So again, it's 4 dice and this, and that actually becomes a 3 because of the machete. And so we can re-roll 1 die. I'm going to attack the one that's damaged first, who has got 2 health damage. And yeah, so there's 2 hits there, which gets 1 block. And then I'm going to go ahead and re-roll this one. Darn it. I need 1 more hit. So he's actually at 3 out of 4 health lost. And then we're going to go ahead and attack the other one. Same deal. And then right there you can see there's 3 hits. And he did block 1. But we got 2 hits on the other guy. So not enough to take him fully down, but we did hurt him quite a bit. And yeah. Okay, so now it's going to be their turn. And the one with the most hit points goes first, which is going to be these guys, because they're not damaged. So 1 second while I get a drink here. Clearly they can't melee attack. They're going to move 1 to the target and melee attack. They're 2 spaces away from a target, so they're going to move twice. Move 1, and then on their next turn, they'll move 1 and attack. So here, you'll see. So for the first round, or his first action, he's just going to move 1 space. And then for the second action, he's going to move 1 space and attack. So he's going to come up 1 more time and attack. Now, who he's going to attack is going to be random. And so we're going to go 2, 4, 6. And that's a 5. So it's going to be this one, which is the sniper. All right, so he attacks with 2 dice. And then we have no shield. He hits with a 2. So there's 1 hit right there. So our sniper takes damage. Okay, and then the same thing with this one. He'll move 1 for 1 action, and then he's going to move and attack for the second. And then again, it's going to be 2, 4, 6. This time I rolled a 3, which is the recon. And so we're going to roll 2, and he did 2 damage to the recon. So 2 health lost there. Okay, so that's the end of that turn. Then we're going to go to this guy here, who is going to move and attack. and then attack. And so who's he going to attack? 2, 4, he's going to attack the recon. And so he's going to attack him twice. So here we go. The first one, hold on. That's definitely a bad hit, but there's some things that are going to happen here. We wanted to do, there's a reaction here from the sniper. Range attack 2, enemy line of sight. So the sniper is going to do a range attack 2 on him. So that would be 3 dice, but it gets a -1 because he's only 1 space away. So that was a worthless attack. We have the... We also have a reaction card from the Huntress. Right here. For a range attack 2. Or I should maybe save it and do this. Because I don't know what cards I'm going to have next round. But I could do this, which I'm rolling 4 dice. You know what? I'm going to yeah, I'm going to do it. So we're going to do 4 dice. Yes, it's 4 dice, and it gets a +1, so it's actually a range attack 3. And it's only 1 hit that gets blocked, so that was a complete waste. All right, so I did remember the roll. He takes 2 more damage, and then 1 more attack, and those are both a miss. By the way, if a 6 is like a critical miss, and if somebody were shooting into a space that has allies, that would actually damage the ally. I don't think with a melee attack it matters. It's not like you're swinging your bat and you're hitting the wrong person. I don't think that applies, but it is a thing. Okay, so then we got this situation where he is also going to come in and yeah, we're basically, we got a big melee brawl going on. So again, 2, 4, 6. So this time it's attacking the Huntress. And there's 1 hit, and then the next one is misses. So Huntress takes 1 damage. Okay, so now we go to, it's our turn. Now, if we want to do range attacks, some of the weapons do not allow range attack of 0. This one does, but it's basically a melee attack, not a range. You would have to move out of the space. And when you move out of the space, they basically get an opportunity attack. The designer doesn't call it opportunity. I don't remember the word for it. It's like a leap, flying leap or something like that. The leaping, Lords of Leaping, 7 Swans of Swimming. It's something leap. And I'm having a hard time because since I don't remember the name of it, I'm trying to find it in the index here. I know we have cards that let you do it. The enemy can do it. Well, here, let me just look up the move. The move action. It should be there. Page 26. Parting leap is what it's called. Parting leap. Yep, and there it is, page 28. Okay, so according to the rules here, not easy to get this in front of a camera. You can perform an action that allows you to do a normal move or perform a parting leap. You can do it as part of a basic move action. The characters in Melee cannot perform any actions besides melee attacks and the parting leap. If a character chooses to perform the parting leap, one of the enemies in Melee with them, the one with the largest number of attack dice, performs an additional melee attack with a to-hit value equal 3. This attack is called a penalty attack. After performing the parting leap, a character is no longer in melee, then you can freely use the rest of your actions. So that's the whole point, is if you only have range attack actions, then you can, use the parting leap, get a space away, and then, unload your clip on them. Which, remember, we have a full auto that we could do. But I have to be careful, because if we roll 6, we hit one of our guys. Okay, first things first, though, is this is the soldier. We get to draw 3 more cards to go back up to our hand size. And so these are the cards that we grabbed. We have some move melee, which is not a bad deal. A move, and then of course we got this, which can boost. We can re-roll a melee die. So without drawing the cards for the other characters, I'm actually going to go first because I want to use this one. We're going to do melee attack twice against our guys. So let's do that right out of the chute. And then do I want to boost it? You know what? I forgot to finish their turn. These guys here still get to go, and they're going to attack us. So one of the actions I had here is during the enemy melee attack, I get +1 armor. So I was going to use that. So I actually would get to draw yet another card, but we'll worry about that later. We still got to resolve their action. They get to roll 2 dice on us, and then I have an armor for this first one. So here we go. So we blocked the first hit, but now I don't have armor anymore. So now they're going to do a second attack. Those both miss. Then the next one attacks first attack. That's 2 hits on the soldier, and those are both a miss. So now it's our turn, and now our soldier is going to do this, and then we're going to boost it with the ability to re-roll a die. So they get a defense die, and we get 4 dice. And I'm going to attack, it doesn't matter, actually, does it? We're going to attack the guy that already has, that only has 2 damage. So that's 1, 2, 3 hits. I actually did 4 hits. I rolled perfectly. So that was complete overkill. So this guy is out. So 3 of them are down. And then I'm going to go ahead and attack the other one. This card is gone. I have another one that lets me re-roll. Remember, this is all still part of the first action. And I'm going to go ahead and roll. And you can see this is 2 hits. Right, or no, it's a melee attack. Yeah, it's 2 hits. I apologize, my dang dog. Okay, canine crisis averted. Making sure the camera still works. All right, I had just rolled and I did kill the other guy. So he only needed 1 damage and we did 2. So we did clear. 4 of the guys are down. So I only need to down 1 more and then they do run away. So remember, that was just 1 action. So then for the next action, oops, I put him in the wrong discard pile. I still have 1 more action. And I have this one here where I can move 2 spaces and melee attack 2. So I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to move 1, 2, and join the big fray. And then this guy here has 3 damage. So we're going to just go after the weakest one. And I get to roll 4 dice. And then boom, 1, 2, 3 hits. He blocks 1. But I killed the 4th guy, and then they immediately run away. I'm going to assume that I can still do heal 2, heal 2. I guess I could have done that like before the round started. Well, actually, no. When you're in melee, the only thing you can do is a melee attack or a pouncing leap or whatever that is, parting leap. So I can't do the heals. So that's actually per the rules. But with that being said, we won. They ran away. We don't have to deal with the rest of them, do any parting leaps or anything like that. So again, my gripe with this game is the engagements they're interesting, but at the same time, I feel like they're more trouble to set up than they are to resolve. I'm not disliking this game, but I am complaining about it, aren't I? Yeah, I am. I guess I'm in the middle with this. I'm having fun, but anyways, this was all an event. Now, one thing that is positive coming out of this is that we get rewards for doing this. So even though it was an event, we're going to get some nice rewards. So anyways, this is done. And let's get our rewards right now. So the victory for this is when the thug's gone, you approach the old man and help him up. Oh, thank you, my dear friends, he says. Such scallywags, no respect for the elderly. I asked them to buy me some bread at the market, but they laughed in my face. So I picked up the nearest stick and hit one in the back. You saw what happened next. The old man reaches into his pocket and pulls out a can full of pills. Here's a little reward for helping me out. He puts the can in your hand and grins. Let's hope you like it. See you soon. So each character gains 4 experience points. We gain steroids, and each character gets 1 morale, which I keep forgetting to use, but they're actually hard to get. So I'm going to give 1 morale to each character. I'm doing that off camera here, which that part is excellent. And then we get 4 experience points. So I'm going to hand in a 5, take 1 back. So let's look at these guys for a second. This is 15, 16, 17, 18. We're 1 experience point away from leveling up. With both of those guys. But it does mean the Huntress leveled up, though, because she has more experience points than the rest of them. All right, so that is just the change, because we only gained 4. And there's the 20 from the Huntress. So the Huntress just leveled up. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that. And I took, we got to get the, what did they say we got? Steroids. That doesn't sound great. So it's a 2-use item. You can move 1 space during a move action, +1. So it's another blue item. I'm going to go ahead and give this to the Recon, because he's got the most blue baggage spots for carrying items like that. And even if we don't use it, it's maybe something we can sell someday. Okay, so I need to get the cards for the Huntress to level up. So let me pause and I'll be back. Okay, so a couple of things happen when you level up. The first one is the character, this little doohickey, moves 1 to the right to represent that they, we spent the 20 experience points, right? And now that gets covered up, and then now it's 30 experience points to get to the next level. And then the health moves 1 to the right. So she had 1 wound when she leveled up. She still has 1 wound after she levels up, because now that she's level 2, she has more available health to her. So that's a pretty cool concept. I do like that. The next thing that happens is you go and you grab the cards here, and see you have all these level 2. There should be 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The rest of these, of course, go away. So of these 7 cards, we get to pick 4 of them to keep. And then whatever 3 we don't pick are out for the rest of eternity. For the rest of this campaign, at least. So this is a nice reaction attack and a move 3. And you can see there's 2 of those. We have an interact with a range attack, which is pretty cool because, like sometimes you have to go pick something up and then you can do that and still get an attack in at the same time. I really like that one. And then this is +2 explosion defense when attacked by a range attack that deals explosive damage. That's a really good one. We actually have 2 of them, so maybe that's 2 of our 4. Let's look at the rest. Move 1, melee attack 3. A chosen character other than you moves 1 additional space. That is probably where this is powerful. So we got 2 of those. And then we have this last one, which you slide under the character card. And what this is a permanent, this is called a skill upgrade. Her hand size increases by 1. So now she has 6 cards in her hand instead of 5. I am for sure taking this skill upgrade. So that's going to be 1 of the 4. I'm for sure taking both of these. So that's 2, 3. And then I just get to pick 1 of these. And they're both decent in their own right. This one, of course, being a nice reactive range attack 2. I may regret not taking this because let me check the rest of her deck. Like, what kind of move spaces does she have? Because you're going to have that one mission where you need to do a lot of moves. Yeah, we got move 2 spaces. She doesn't have anything that moves 3. She's going to move 1 space, hide. And the other ones are move 2 spaces. Yeah, so there's some interesting... this one, she still moves 1 space, and then she does a melee attack, which she doesn't even have a melee weapon, but she has room for something, like maybe a single slot item. Not as big as a machete, but maybe a small knife. The thing I like about this one is the ability to move another character 1 space. And they don't have to be in the same location as you, it looks like. So you're basically helping somebody to get out of a jam or maybe get closer to something. Although the move 3, like I said, is she doesn't have anything that moves that far. So I'm going to choose this one, and I may regret it. But the run, we're not going to take any runs. And the quick strikes, we'll at least take 1 quick strike. So the rest of these are out. Okay, so now technically speaking, well, this is just a skill. It doesn't affect her hand, her deck size. So I'm going to go ahead and put that, slide it underneath the character there. And so her hand size is increased by 1. So she can have 6 cards now. She is limited to 25 cards, which she has 25 cards, right? But now we're adding 3 cards to that deck. And so I have to take 3 cards out. So I can take, for example, that move 2, move 2. See, I have move cards. So if I get rid of those 3 cards, I can keep all the actions from these other cards. Now, if I ever have a mission where I need just raw movement, I can always add these back in. These are available always. It's just that I can only have 25 on any given mission. So I would have to take out 3 to make room for the 3 new ones. So I have to always remember, okay, if I want to add these move cards back in, I got to do that before the mission starts. And then I would just take out something else. So anyways, that's these are available for her. Just got to set them off to the side here. And yeah, the hand limit of 6 is really good. And every character is different, by the way. These other characters may not get a hand limit of 6, for example. So that brings us to the end of that. That was quite eventful. We did get some morale tokens. We all have some damage now, which means I'm going to have to do some healing the next time we start a mission. We have one more mission we can do before we move on. We're still on day 4. We can do this oil plant and danger mission, which has the 2 danger on it. We would set up a location, 415, and then put card 507 below it. Each character will gain 4 money and then 1 frag grenade. I don't know if, I'm assuming each character will gain a frag grenade. There's only 3 frag grenades, by the way, in the game. So not every character is going to get one, but we could get 3 of them. And they do look pretty juicy. So it's not a bad deal. And it would probably equip us as best as possible for the remainder of the missions. We have 1 day until the speech happens in El Infierno. It's going to take a day to travel to El Infierno, so by the time we get there, the speech can occur. And then, of course, we got boxing coming up in a couple days. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do the oil plant in danger. So we're going to set up 415, and 507 is going to go underneath it. 415 is this one, an endangered plantation. And then 507 it's right there. Okay, somebody left a comment. Jeff, you do not get to look at cards, or you don't have to look at cards unless you want to, and you don't get to look at them until you're at the location. Yes and yes. Somebody mentioned that, and I don't know what it was that they thought I did wrong. But to do this mission, we're going to move to that location, and then we're going to do this. So technically this is hidden, but the moment we get here, this is actually underneath, and then we will choose to reveal that card. So that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to go ahead and roll for the event. There's no event. This is a... Oh, hold on a second. This is a brand new location that's going to take us a day to get to. I apologize, because look, the damaged vehicle was a different, we need to consume food to go to these locations. And it also makes a day go by. So my apologies there. I think we had that one covered. I'm not sure I did it on this one, and that's my mistake if I did. So it's going to cost me a day to go here to do this. So well, we got it set up. So it's just like the airplane wreck, right? It's here and it's ready for us to do whenever we want. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and leave that there just for the reward, because I don't know if the reward's written on the card. I don't want to put this away yet. Excuse me. So I have to decide, do I want to spend my day to move there? And my answer is ultimately yes, I do. But the speech is going to happen in 1 day. So if we're going to spend a day going anywhere, I'm going to spend it to go to El Infierno, and that would take us to here. And then we would then move to the tech square so we can hear the speech. So that's what I'm going to do. And then, of course, that unlocks a whole bunch of other stuff, which might distract us even further. And we may never get to, this endangered plantation mission. Who knows? So we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll spend a day to go there. So this moves up. This goes away. Oh. Right. That goes here. This goes away there. And I have to grab a food from everybody. This was on a 5 spot. So I'm going to actually get change of 1. Okay, we arrive in El Infierno. This card is on top, so we must reveal this and we must deal with whatever the consequences are. So let's do that. Walking through the crowd, you see a tall, thin man. The right side of his face bears an ugly burn scar. The stranger keeps looking intensely at passers-by. At some point, he notices you, eyes you up, and approaches your group. After being seemingly satisfied with what he sees, he comes even closer. You must be new in this town, right? I'd know you otherwise. Maybe you're looking for work, huh? You want to make a quick buck, real nice and easy, no risk at all. A broad smile splits his face. So we can say, keep talking. Thanks for the offer. We already work for the prefect. That sounds like such an anal thing to say. You pass the man without even replying. Now that is an interesting set of choices. I'm going to go ahead and say keep talking. I'm always up for listening to what they have to say. So this card goes away, and we get 523 out. Okay, so yeah, he doesn't like it if we said the prefect thing. This is we would shuffle an event card into the event deck. So that's with Pole being angry at you. That's funny. Okay, so we did A. I always look at the other options. I'm sorry. It's just what I do. Okay, so here's the deal. There's a stall with junk in the tech square. A peddler called Old Nag owns it. Recently, he started to make some advances to switch to my rivals, and that's something I really hate. He desperately needs a little beating. Maybe you can intimidate him and destroy some of his wares, and when you're done, give him Pole's regards. If you do your job well, I'll have some junk for everyone. Besides, it's good to have a friend in me. I assure you, I could help you a lot in both this town and others. Once you get it done, ask for me in Blood and Dust Pub. Okay, so we got to set up 402, and then under 410, which is the tech square, we put 527. Okay, so let's get 527 going first. Now, they say that's face down. So 527 is face down underneath the tech square. So the tech square is a very busy location. This is what it looks like right now. There's these cards that are face up. We have these cards that are face down on top of the tech square, and then this is face down underneath the tech square. Yeah, there's a lot going on there for sure. Okay, and then we have to set up 402, whatever that is. 402 is the Blood and Dust. So we got a new location going there for El Infierno. No complaints there. It looks like it has, see, like the brass knuckles. I can give that to the Huntress, because she's got a room for a small melee. So that way she could do a melee attack. The serrated blade sounds really good. Like, these are some nice upgrades to our weapons. Okay, so that location is added. Nothing else is really added other than the location. The other Infierno locations, by the way, this one has an auto med kit, a first aid kit, so we can, it might be beneficial to at least unlock those blueprints, right? The Bioblades is an implant, so that's an interesting one. We can get the blueprint for them, or we can just flat out buy one. And then here you can see there's other implants. And right there, you can actually go to this doctor to add and remove implants. It costs $2 just to add them and remove them. And then we can actually heal here too for $2. So this is actually a decent location. And then the other one is the Armory. And again, there's an auto med kit, which same price, although you can't buy one outright at this one. The scrap armor. So we can finally get our first armor here. We can get the blueprint for it for $3, or just buy one for $12. And then there's other armors here as well. Bulletproof vest, Kevlar, nano, and then camouflage and night vision device. So some pretty cool stuff here in El Infierno. But we're going to go to the speech. So let's put this away. Yes, we're going to put this guy away. All right, that is done. Okay, so we're going to roll for an event, and we're going to move over here so we can go to the speech and then unlock a buttload of stuff. But let's do the event thing first. No event. And here we go. So, being mindful of the comment, we're allowed to look at all of these because they're face up. They're available for us to look at. We don't have to interact with them if we don't want to, but they're all there. And I'm assuming there's just more jobs and stuff to do, just like in the last town. There's these two that are face down that we have to deal with immediately. And then there's one more that's face down, that's the pole mission, that we have to choose to do. And when we do, we will reveal it and deal with whatever it says. But this is what we got to do immediately. And it's a 5A, 5B, so I'm assuming that there's going to be a lot of flavor text on this one and then some kind of outcome there. So let's go ahead and go. All right, speeches at the tech square. Unlike the one at the main square, New Jensen are much more low-key. You secure good seats on the roof of the police car right next to a priest preparing to give his sermon. The preacher doesn't wear any special clothes. The only attribute distinguishing him from his followers is a sign of white hands on his hood. The priest climbs an old ammo crate and starts his speech. Thank you all for coming to service. I see so many around. Each and every one of you, the ill, the crippled, the misunderstood, you shall all be saved. Frozen God is coming to freeze the hearts of your persecutors, those who force you into obedience, and those who take everything you have, down to the last grain of rice. All of them shall answer before our God. Those who are rich shall be forced to kneel, while those who suffer shall be elevated. Fear not the cold. The white gust will bring you salvation. Okay, so we're moving on to the next card. For a couple minutes, the priest continues along this line, and then his helpers enter the square, hauling crates of food. A moment later, it's being handed out to the poor. The maddened crowd rushes forward like a pack of rabid dogs, fighting for the best morsels. The priest slowly retreats from the square, surrounded by his most faithful servants. So we can follow him, planning to search his home, or we can follow him, assault him and his servants in a dark alley. Oh my gosh. That would be a mission. I don't know what... Oh, this is interesting. I'm peeking at the mission. I apologize. I want to see if... So for victory conditions of this mission, we would get 5 victory points. If the enemies were defeated by the end of turn 7, we can loot the area and get a food for each acolyte and 2 money for the priest. And we gain more cards and stuff like that. So, wow. That is... So we can do a mission, and there's some pretty good rewards, it looks like. And then we would all get to level up, which is another really good thing that would happen. Is it shameful of me to say that I'm tempted to do this because I don't want to set up a mission? How far in are they? We're 54 minutes in, so I can end the video here, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to go beat the snot out of him. Largely because I want to level up. And I feel like these missions, they don't make time go by. And so they're a nice way to get the experience points that we need so we can be better characters. I just don't know. Yeah, I guess I'm going to go ahead and end the video. I'm just happy that I made it through a whole video, and it looks like the audio and everything's still working. Have some dinner, so it's going to be a while before the next video. But I will make my decision, and we will get that going on the next video. So if I'm going to do this, it'll be all set up and ready to go. So anyways, thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome.